Let's move on to Cincinnati Bengals at New York Jets, MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. 62 Fahrenheit, mostly cloudy, 7 miles per hour. And for me, in the survivor pool, I have to decide between the Jets or the Chiefs. And I know a lot of people have a rule about not taking road teams in survivor pools. I'll have to make that decision, and I got some time to make it. But Bengals 5-2, 3-1 on the road. Jets 1-5, 1-1 at home. We're at MetLife. 62 Fahrenheit, mostly cloudy, 7 miles per hour. The Bengals open up as 8.5-point favorites. That quickly shoots up to 10.5-point favorites. This total opens up at 44. It's now sitting at 43. Bengals come in off a big 41-17 win at Baltimore. Joe Burrow, 23 of 38, 416 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jamar Chase was spectacular, 8 catches for 201 yards and a touchdown. Broke Speedy Thomas's franchise rookie record of 177 yards receiving, set in 1969 in Denver. Chase now has 754 yards receiving, the most for a player through the first 7 games of his career since the AFL-NFL merger. CJ Uzoma is a beast. 3 passes he caught for 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. T. Higgins caught 7 passes for 82 yards. Joe Mixon ran 12 times for 59 yards, 1 touchdown. When the game was out of reach, they put in Samaji Perine, who ran 11 times for 52 yards to keep Joe Mixon healthy. Sam Hubbard was a monster. 5 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 1 pass deflected, 3 quarterback hits. Bengals got 5 sacks, 7 quarterback hits. Cornerback Trey Waynes was put on IR before the game, but this is a real healthy Bengals squad. Jets come in off an ugly 54-13 loss that saw them lose starting quarterback and second overall pick Zach Wilson to a knee injury with 12:31 remaining in the second quarter. And they got lucky, sprained PCL. Looks like he'll miss 2 to 4 weeks. 26-year-old Mike White, 5th-round pick by the Cowboys in the 2018 draft out of Western Kentucky, comes in, and he looks okay. 20 of 32 for 202 yards, touchdown, 2 picks. All of the receptions were going to running backs, which I know the Bengals defensive coordinator is talking about as we speak. Michael Carter ran 11 times for 37 yards, caught 8 passes for 67 yards, also lost a fumble. Ty Johnson ran 5 times for 6 yards, caught 6 passes for 65 yards. Corey Davis led the wideouts with 4 catches for 47 yards and a touchdown. This Jets defense looked helpless against the Pats. Pats offense gained the season-high 551 yards. The 54 points are the most allowed by the Jets since October 29th, 1978. 4th most points ever allowed by the New York Jets. They managed 1 sack and 4 quarterback hits. Linebacker Jamie Sherwood, running back Ty Johnson, linebacker Quincy Williams were all evaluated for concussions. Johnson and Sherwood passed, but then Sherwood left again with a calf injury. Blake Cashman also left with a groin injury. This is the status right now. You got Tevin Coleman, didn't play last week, questionable. Tyler Kroft didn't play last week, questionable. CJ Mosley, same deal. Blake Cashman and Jamie Sherwood have been put on the injured reserve. Quincy Williams is in concussion protocol, still may play. So is Ty Johnson. Bebsie, Bengals, Jets, take it away.
Well, I didn't bet this last week, but I do still want to admit that I was completely dead wrong about the Bengals going into Baltimore. I like the Bengals, and I like what they've been doing, and I've wanted to believe in the Bengals, and I said they're not going to beat a vet coach team in Baltimore, and they trounced Baltimore. So I'm worried about a little bit of karma here, because I cannot see why you wouldn't bet Cincinnati first half and full game. It's not a crazy spread for a team that is so much better than their opponent. This Cincinnati Bengals team is playing well. And they're super talented. There is a lot of young talent on this team, and they're really starting to believe in themselves. And the Jets are a bad injured team. They're injured and bad. That is a horrible way to go into any week. And I like Robert Saleh, and I want him to do well. And I don't think losing their starting quarterback is a big deal because Zach Wilson is playing fine for a rookie, but he's not a great starter yet. So this isn't a big loss for them. I'm just looking at a team that is rolling and looking to assert their dominance and looking to take over this division. And I see a New York Jets team that, is going to be a top 3 pick again. They're going to be right up there with the Jags and the Lions, scouting. Fortunately, they don't have to take another quarterback, but they're going to be looking at any of these prestige players coming out of it. This has to be a Cincinnati smash.
Could Flacco possibly start this week, or is it fair to think that he'll come in, practice once, and play the week after?
I don't think that matters. We saw Flacco come in last year. What's Joe Flacco going to do? How is Joe Flacco turning the tides?
I think I'm just talking from a total perspective because I know what Flacco's going to do. I don't know. I would like to bet the under in this game.
Okay.
And I would like to bet the team total under. And with Mike White, I don't know if he's going to try and be Superman out there and try to make some big plays and have pick sixes and things of that nature, where I know that Flacco will stay conservative. That's my thinking there.
Yeah, I get it. And I think, given the fact that, Flacco doesn't know this offense per se, but he knows these players, he could come in and start, but I don't know. Like you said, Mike White didn't play bad.
No.
So is Flacco insurance? If I'm the Jets, I wouldn't want to move away from White because he didn't play bad, and he doesn't deserve to not play. And maybe I'm not saying they're going to find some hidden gem that can turn this franchise around in Mike White, but I think Flacco's more insurance than anything here.
I think you're probably right. Ron Crawford, by the way, the spreadsheet play that's sitting at 30-12 is on the Jets. Caveman Bet says Flacco will come in at halftime. Alvin Smith and Birdie are sort of more on my page. Alvin Smith says stay away game. Don't want Cincinnati after that big game last week at the Ravens. And Birdie says the last statement win the Bengals got, they almost lost to the Jags next week. I'm staying off this game. New Quicker says Flacco won't play. I said I would be surprised. So I think with this, what do you think of this Jets team total at 15.5? It's juiced to the over. Are you interested? Do you find that surprising that it's juiced to the over?
Yeah,
I suppose so. Bengals team total is juiced to the under. Under 27.5 is minus 125.
Well, I guess is everyone thinking letdown spot for Cincinnati here? Like,
yeah,
they're rolling. They come up against the Jets. They don't take them seriously.
Yeah, that's exactly what people are thinking.
I'm going to pass on this game, and I'm going to hate myself come Sunday for passing on it.
Well, 6,935 tickets are in. They're saying with 82% confidence that the Bengals will go to minus 10.5. We've already seen that at most books. And 38% of tickets are on the under, but 55% of cash is on the under, and it's moved to 43 or 43.5. This is one of those games where I like the under. J-Dub says the Bengals have the Browns next week. That's a huge game for them. This is a under look for me. So looks like I'm going to add this to my card now. By the way, that ticket standpoint here, you got 38% of the tickets on the under, 55% of the cash, 6,935 tickets, and 94% of the tickets, 93% cash on the Bengals. I'm looking at this under 43 and very quiet second half. I'm hoping where the Jets aren't, where the Bengals aren't pressed and want to just get out healthy and want Mixon to be healthy. And Samaje Perine, didn't look bad.